Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Maggie. Today we're going to be kicking off my 2026 Pan That palette. I'm very excited. I have been doing Pan That palette for a long time and yeah, I'm just excited to start a new one. I've taken about a month off for the month of December to just play with my collection, not really actively panning anything. So I'm excited to dive back in and yeah, let's go ahead and talk about my goals and what palette I'm going to be panning. So this year I'm going to be working on this palette. This I got in Japan when my husband and I went in May of 2025. So this is the Cipi Cipi Tokyo Beige palette. And this is what it looks like. I'll give you a good overview here. So I've got 2 rows of 3 shadows here and then 2 shadows here. They say that this one could be used as a blush and this one as a highlight. I'm sure that's true. I actually did try this one as a blush once before and it was very pretty, but I probably will use these on my eyes. So anyway, these are the shades that I have. I love that it's very neutral. It's very easy for me to make kind of basic looks. Like I can do some rinse and repeat looks, you know, out of here, things that I can just kind of like autopilot do, which sometimes I need that in my routine. So very excited to work on this palette. And let me just talk to you about the shades in here. Maybe we could do some swatches. So they do have names. So starting here, this one is called Bubbly. It's like a sparkly kind of champagne shade. It's a little bit chunky, but it doesn't feel that way when you swatch it, you know, like it's fine. It's not like I can tell there's texture to it. So this one's just a nice kind of sparkly, almost like a topper shade. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that really, but very pretty. I think this one I can kind of layer up, or I could wet my brush and use. It's right here. The next one here is called Vanilla Syrup. This is kind of like a beige kind of, I don't know, matte shade. It does have some sparkle in it, but it's kind of one of those that when you tap off your brush, the sparkles just go in the air. So this is what I'll be using as my shade to set my eyeshadow primer down. I like to do that. So it is right here. It's just very slightly darker than my natural skin color, but I think it's going to work well for that purpose. And being that I have panned a couple of those Wet n Wild Brulee shades, I know I'll definitely be able to finish this one this year. And then on the side, we have our beige. So this one here is kind of like that medium brown. For me anyway, because I'm so fair, it shows up pretty pigmented. If you were, you know, a darker complexion, this probably wouldn't show that much, but this is a good kind of transition crease shade for me, so that should be pretty easy for me to use up. And then we get to this middle row. So this shade here is called Orange Blossom. It's kind of like a coppery shimmer. So this one I could see layering with the first shade quite a bit, actually, Bubbly. So this one here looks like that. It's got a really nice sheen on it. Just give you a swatch here. So I could see myself using this one alone. I could also see it with Bubbly. Maybe I'll just on the end here, kind of layered on top. So kind of a different look then, a little bit lighter, but that's one that I will be using all over the lid, I'm sure. Very easy for me to use. And then I've got 2 more mattes in here on this row. So this kind of medium one, this is called Toasted Caramel. And this one is just slightly darker than that transition shade I was talking about. So this one I could still use, you know, pretty comfortably in the crease. Probably this summer when I have a little bit more color, it'll be more of a go-to crease shade. I think right now I'll just use it lightly in the crease to deepen things up. And then I have Brown Butter. That's this matte, almost like, it looks like a chocolate brown in the pan. This one I can see myself using also kind of lightly in the outer third. If I want to do any sort of like liner, that'll be the shade. But pretty tame. It's not that deep of a shade that when I blend it, I think it'll kind of like wisp away a little bit. So that will be where I kind of focus it, is either like on the outer third or a smudged like lash line type thing. And then the 2 shades at the bottom, we have Dear Tokyo is this kind of rosy pinky peach shade. And this one, like I said, you could use it as a blush. It's very pretty, kind of pinky shade. I think I'll use it in the crease. if I need to use it as a blush, you know, to kind of get some wear on it, I will. But I really like that. I think that'll blend well with any of the browns too. And then this shade at the very bottom, this is called Allure. And this one is kind of like a, you know, traditional shimmery kind of white champagne. It's a little pinkier than Bubbly, but to be honest, they're very similar. They're both kind of right here. Bubbly is just a little bit chunkier. So what I might do is like just pick one and then, you know, like pan it and then go to the other. I'm not sure over here. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, these are the shades. So very kind of basic, very easy little palette to be working on. So what I will be doing is working on this exclusively for the month of January. And then I do have all my other palettes kind of planned for when I'd like to do companion palettes. So I will roll something in February. We'll use that for a couple of months. We'll do maybe like 2 months at a time and then switch. But then I also will have a couple of months, probably like in the summer when I just tend to wear less makeup, where I won't have a companion palette. This will be it. So we'll see what we can do. But I wanted to start the year off with just a full month of only using this to see what we can do. I don't know if I'll hit pan right away or not, but we'll see. I'm not clear on how much product is in each of these, you know, shades. Because all of the writing is in Japanese. So maybe I should do like a Google Translate or something. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be using. I'm so excited to get started with this one. I also think this will travel well. I do have a work trip in January, so this is like a perfect little palette to bring along with me. So this is what I'll be panning in 2026. I can't wait to share with you the updates and how it goes. I think I will take some photos and I'll probably weigh it. I should have done that beforehand, but I didn't. So we could track the usage and also the overall kind of change in product weight with this one. So that's what I'll be doing. If you are doing a Pan That palette this year, I would love to hear about it so I can watch your journey and see all the progress you make this year. And yeah, that's what I have for you. So I'll be doing a update video monthly. And for now, I'm just going to get working on this palette and I'll see you with an update in February. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.